And the believers there, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad loved the spirit of the believers in 25.
No, I know Dr. Salam.
That's
Captain,
right.
He was Leo.
Dr. Leo, that's right.
He was out of mosque number 25.
Yes, sir. That's right. He was a dentist, had worked on my teeth.
Yes, sir.
When I was a young boy, he was a dentist, and he had worked on my teeth. I was in this university with his son, Darwin.
Right.
And Sister Edwina, his wife, and his other daughter, Sister Patricia. I don't know their names now. They're all Salam now, but Sister Patricia.
Yes, sir.
She was one of my teachers in the University of Islam. So, but it was a grand time, you know. But 25 itself produced, you know, a list of good powerhouse brothers, you know, who went on to do great things. It was 25 that used to always secure Muhammad Ali. We would always go down to the training camp. That's one reason why he ultimately ended up getting the training camp in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, because of the spirit of the brothers of 25 Mosque, which Minister James, you know, had grown, had developed. Yeah. So, you know, it was definitely a special time. But one time, I was shocked when I heard Minister James say that there were no flies on the planet before the white race came on the planet. No flies. I was like, what? And it was something, you know, because again, the things he got from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad while he was in prison, it was of course profound. Mm-hmm. So we sitting and listening to him was quite an honor, quite a pleasure, most definitely.
Let me ask you about his murder. Now, he was murdered, I believe, 73, right?
73.
And was it May of 73?
I don't remember
right.
but it was 73.
Tell me what was going on then.
Well, there's a brother, Brother Belton. What happened was Brother Belton, who later went on to call himself Master Farad Muhammad and start the New World of Islam. He was in the mosque in 25 with all of us. I was a little baby, but my father told me the story of how he was always a rebellious, hothead, half crazy type of person. And he, one time, in a meeting with Minister James, reared up at Minister James and started hollering about how he should be the minister and that Minister James is less qualified than him. Now, the messenger then sent Minister James there. But you less qualified than me, and I should be the minister, and got all in Minister James's face. And my father said Minister James looked at this fool and told the brothers to throw him out the mosque, and they literally picked him up and threw him out the mosque. Ultimately, he called to Chicago, and to make the long story short, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, well, if he's a hypocrite, you need to use him anyway. Always put hypocrites to work. And the Belton was allowed to establish New Brunswick Mosque.
That's right.
But he couldn't get him and Minister James, of course, because of the bad blood. He wouldn't listen to Minister James. He wouldn't, you know, conform to the leadership of the state. And so the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, I tell you what, Brother Belton, we put you under Minister Farrakhan. So the mosque in New Brunswick was under number 7. Mm. They got all the papers and everything from number 7. Okay? And so, you know, even that was the beginnings of this New World of Islam thing.
That's right. Because
he began, you know, teaching and going off the messenger's teachings himself. Going away from the messenger's teachings himself. Calling himself Master Farad Muhammad. Well, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said to us that when a new God comes, He can't use nothing of the old God. He have to build a new world off his own knowledge.
That's right.
So you teaching Yaqub's history. You over there teaching Jesus' history as the messenger taught it, as it was taught to him by Master Farad. So how could you be God when you're teaching the teachings of Master Farad Muhammad? That would make him God. As long as you teaching his teachings, that would make him God.
That's right.
But you can, the one thing that Master Farad Muhammad said about us, black people are so ignorant and so dead mentally. He said you can walk down the street beating a drum and they'll start following you. Why you beating a drum? They'll start following you. And you can, Belton, like many of these others that you have out here, Solomon and different ones, they all gonna find themselves a little following. And so that, you know, New World of Islam stuff, you know, when Belton felt that he was strong enough, he claims that he never gave the order. That some brothers took it upon themselves. That's what he claims. I don't know whether that's true or not. I don't believe it. But he claims that he never gave the order. And, you know, then as a result, we do know, however, that it was his crew that was responsible for the death of Minister James based upon the bad blood that was there years earlier. But you see, for me, brother, a lot of these people, you know, the devil had infiltrated the nation so much with CIA, FBI agents, that to me, when I see these people come up like that, that's the first thing comes to my mind. It's an FBI agent the whole time trying to cause disruption in the Nation of Islam. That was my view of that. That he, you know, was you know, the whole time. Now I have no proof of that. I don't know that to be true, but we do know that there was bad blood between him and Minister James all the way back, and then that his crew was responsible.
I've heard a similar story, almost word to word. So. So it's definitely, and it came out of Newark as well. So, but,
that's the history on that one.
Right.
And for a good while after the death of Minister James, the New World of Islam, they kind of disappeared because it was dangerous to say that you were a member of the New World of Islam. And Belton disappeared, went down south. They locked him up. But then he went down south and different things. But now he's back in New Brunswick. And, you know, again, you know, I don't understand, because I was with Minister Farrakhan when he said, we're not going to forget you and what you did. And when the time is right, we're going to come see you. He said that. It's on tape.
He was definitely in one of his mosques just recently speaking, Brother Belton.
Yeah, they all, you know, buddies now. They're all buddies now. I don't understand it. Okay, I don't understand it. I don't have nothing for them, because number one, the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, like I said earlier, are very clear. They're very clear, and you know, the gall to stand up and say you're Master Farad Muhammad. I mean, to me, it's just crazy. But like I said, you'll get somebody to follow you. Don't matter if you stand up, just like Royal. Royal was telling everybody that he's been on the mother plane and that he's traveled throughout the universe.
Said it right here on the stage.
Did he?
Yes, sir.
And that that the 24 scientists have conferred on him the title of God in the person, that he now is the new God in the person. And, you know, I don't know, you know.
But, you know, Brother Minister Keith, I leave Royal alone because, you know, you and I worked with Minister Farrakhan, so I don't know, I feel we have a right to protest what we feel is wrong. Royal, to me, started a whole new organization. You know, he called it United Nation of Islam. He set it up the way he wanted. He's reaping the benefits of what he set up. I leave him alone. You know, that's really the way I feel about him. You know, of course, some of that is crazy. I spoke to his daughter who eventually, I still don't know what happened, but it resulted in a death. I spoke to her, and 7 days later she was dead.
Really?
And I said I'll just leave that alone, but she came out against her father. One of the other brothers, one of her brothers called me and said another thing, and I just said,